I'm the 5-Minute Professor, and I'm outside of my Tuesday night gig here at Post Time Lounge and Cafe for this week's What I Think Wednesday. And in the coming days and weeks and even months, perhaps, we're going to hear a lot of talk about third parties. And what? I'm of mixed mind. So here's the thing. A third party does not have a legitimate shot at getting elected president in 2016. But that doesn't mean it's a bad idea. It actually doesn't mean it's a bad idea. We really are not serviced by the two-party system, which commits itself to keeping itself elected and to partisan politics. That's really all that the two-party system really does fantastically well, is partisan politics. Doesn't take a lot to figure that out either. You could watch that Kevin Spacey show and figure out that it's really all about partisan politics. Now, having said that, you have to decide if the person that you want to vote for represents your interests or not, and whether or not your vote to vote for a third or fourth party candidate is beneficial to the person who, all things being equal, you'd prefer won the election. Now, put this into perspective. H. Ross Perot's birthday was June 27th. So I did a little bit of research recently on H. Ross Perot, and he got a sizable percentage, 19% of the vote in 1992, but that was at the expense of George Herbert Walker Bush. So as a result, Democrats held the White House for the next 8 years. But did you know he also received about 8% of the vote in 1996 as the reform candidate? In fact, he is the second most successful third-party candidate since Teddy Roosevelt, when he ran on the progressive platform in 1912 and really divided the Republican Party, allowing for the Democrat Thomas Woodrow Wilson to win the election. So there is a short-term expense to a viable third party, but it can move things forward and create change. And sometimes that's what you need to do. You need to be thinking big picture, short-term picture. Voting for a third-party candidate is never stupid if that third-party candidate represents you and what you think should be elected. A little bit of perspective on this. Technically, the last third-party candidate to become president of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, because he was the first Republican elected. So before there were Republicans, there were Whigs, and that party had disintegrated. So really, it was a four-way race back in 1860. So he was not a two-party candidate. He was one of four major candidates running for president of the United States. Good things could possibly come out of a multi-party election where everyone gets a chance to be represented. Perceptum, quisquam, damnatio. Learn something, damn it. I'm the 5-Minute Professor, and thank you very much for listening to today's lesson. If you have any comments at all, please put them in the comments section down below. And of course, like it and subscribe to the channel. But most important, if you liked it, if you commented, and if you subscribed, tell your friends. Perceptum, quisquam, damnatio. Learn something, damn it.